Hello, my name is Richard Bay, and I'm the director of the Echo Lab at the Minneapolis Heart Institute. The title of my talk is Novel TEE Procedural Guidance. Here's my disclosure slide. Recently published is the first in human experience with a coronary sinus to left atrial shunt device for symptomatic heart failure. During this procedure, the coronary sinus is accessed with a catheter, a puncture from the coronary sinus to the left atrium is performed, a balloon dilatation is then performed, and a nitinol implant is deployed with two arms of the device on the left atrial side and two arms on the coronary sinus side to anchor the device. This is described as a fluoro-guided procedure based off of CT analysis. Intraoperative TEE is described as being there to monitor for complications and confirm the shunt at the end of the procedure. No formal echo protocol is otherwise described, but since I'm standing there anyway, I thought it'd be good to see what imaging can be obtained by TEE during the procedure. With careful placement of the 3D zoom box, the proximal coronary sinus can be visualized. Here you can see how the 3D zoom box is adjusted to cut into the coronary sinus. The 3D image can then be manipulated to demonstrate the proximal coronary sinus. Here we can see a wire from IJ accessing the coronary sinus. A marker catheter is then advanced into the coronary sinus to determine the ideal puncture site into the left atrium. Here we can see the needle puncture into the left atrium from the coronary sinus. A safari wire is then advanced into the left atrium across the puncture. Here, the balloon dilatation is visualized. A 10 mm balloon is used to perform the atriotomy. Here we can see the deployed device with the left atrial arms visualized and flow seen through the device by color flow imaging. This is a zoomed image of the device from the left atrial aspect. By manipulating the image, we can see a side view with the LA arms on the top and the coronary sinus arms below, and the tissue of the LA wall and coronary sinus in between. The LA to coronary sinus shunt is also demonstrated with the addition of color flow imaging. Using 2D X-plane imaging, the shunt can also be demonstrated in multiple views, and Doppler here shows an 8 mm of mercury peak gradient between the left atrium and coronary sinus. Key points. In this era of new catheter-based therapies, echocardiographers will need to learn to image structures we haven't paid much attention to previously. Intraprocedural TEE imaging of a levoatrial to coronary sinus shunt procedure is feasible and is described here. Thank you for your attention.